Hey, what's up, Fight Family? This is Contemplate Boxing. Family, I want to talk a little bit, I want to contemplate a little bit on, of course, the recent fallout of the Errol Spence or Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence bout. Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence. Ever since the fight, got canceled, I have been noticing a lot of fight fans brokenhearted. A lot of fight fans, really brokenhearted, myself included, over the fallout of this fight. Errol Spence contracting the eye injury. Of course, there are many individuals who don't believe that the eye injury is real. Not really going to talk about that in this video. That's not really what I'm concerned with. But a lot of people are very upset over that. Yes, I am definitely late to responding to this particular news, but I wanted to see and view everybody else's response, view how the boxing world, fight fans in particular, took this particular news. And while everybody was very angry about, the fight falling apart, everybody very angry and upset about Errol Spence contracting this injury to his eye, the retinal tear, about everybody was angry about Yordenis Ugas, the WBA super champion, the man who was elevated after Manny Pacquiao was placed as champion in recess by the WBA. Everyone very angry and upset, excuse me, about Yordenis Ugas then being placed to fight Manny Pacquiao. And all of us as fight fans, we were very upset about this. But then I kind of started thinking, I'm like, all right, well, why would I not celebrate Yordenis Ugas finally getting a shot? And here's what I mean about this. Yordenis Ugas, very talented, very skilled Cuban fighter. He hasn't gotten the same opportunities that everybody else in his division has gotten. When he finally did get the opportunity to fight one of the champions, Errol Spence, a large portion of fight fans felt that he actually, when he got a chance to fight the WBC champion, Shawn Porter, a lot of fight fans really felt that Yordenis Ugas should have walked away as the champion. A lot of fight fans felt Yordenis Ugas pulled off the victory. Unfortunately, what ended up happening was that Yordenis Ugas was not given the decision in that fight. He also felt that he knocked down Shawn Porter. The knockdown was not called. It was called a slip. Now, I'm neither here nor there in regard to that, However, sometimes you see fighters that come around that are extremely talented, that are very skilled, that don't get very many opportunities in the sport, even though they are among the top of their division. They don't get those chances usually against the top five. And when they finally do get a chance against one of them, they usually end up getting jerked a little bit on the cards when those fights go to a decision. Yordenis Ugas is such a fighter. He has a questionable loss against Shawn Porter. Many feel that he has a questionable loss against Amir Imam when Amir Imam was coming up and was still highly considered by many fight fans. And so, now he's at a position to where he's finally getting the dream fight that he always wanted. He's finally getting that mega fight that he always wanted, or not a mega fight in our eyes, but he's getting the fight against someone that's considered the cream of the crop, at the very top, the biggest name in the sport that he can possibly get. Why would I not celebrate a fighter such as Yordenis Ugas finally getting that shot? Because let's be real, Shawn Porter said on a number of occasions he has no interest in a Yordenis Ugas rematch. As controversial as a lot of fight fans felt that decision was, they're not going to rematch, or at least Shawn Porter had no interest in doing a rematch. He said that he was going to move on to bigger and better things. Yordenis Ugas was at one time the number one contender for, I believe, the IBF title against Errol Spence. There was a time that Errol Spence had no interest in fighting Yordenis Ugas. It wasn't until Yordenis Ugas was elevated as the WBA super champion that Errol Spence then expressed any interest. He wasn't going to fight Ugas unless he absolutely had to. Other guys like Keith Thurman, Danny Garcia, Even Terrence Crawford did not seem all too interested in fighting Yordenis Ugas. So the cream of the crop of the division largely had no interest in facing Ugas. It wasn't a priority on their list. And since it wasn't a priority on their list, when Yordenis Ugas wanted these bouts, largely it didn't happen. And we can sometimes see these things happen with certain fighters in history. And sometimes that can be very frustrating when you see these talented fighters, that don't get these same opportunities. Now, as fight fans, we can sometimes be a little bit shifty when it comes to this. When this happens to fighters that we like, these fighters that don't get these opportunities, we tend to cry foul. When fighters like, Tevin Farmer, had a number of losses and he was trying to get some of these bigger fights, such as a Tank Davis, we wanted to see Tevin Farmer get these opportunities. We wanted to see Tevin Farmer, fight the best of the best. Not saying that Tevin Farmer was avoided. I'm just using that, as a loose example. Devin Haney, WBC champion. We want to see Devin Haney fight all of these guys. We want to see him fight the top of the 135-pound division. However, he's not a priority for the majority of his division. A lot of his division really doesn't seem too interested in wanting to fight him. So a lot of individuals that are fans of Devin Haney are crying foul. Like, hey, he should get a shot. He should get a shot. He should get his chance. Unfortunately, Devin Haney currently is still undefeated. Now, if Devin Haney got a shot against a Tank Davis or got a shot against a Teofimo Lopez or any of these other guys or, some other huge fight, we would probably celebrate Devin Haney getting that chance. If Tevin Farmer, win, lose, or draw, had gotten the chance to fight Tank Davis years back when he was chasing Davis, a lot of us would have celebrated Tevin Farmer getting the opportunity to fight Tank Davis, who's a huge name in the sport. Why would we not celebrate Yordenis Ugas finally getting a chance against Manny Pacquiao? Now, I understand it comes at the expense of the fight that we wanted with Errol Spence. But maybe that's the only way that it would have occurred. Maybe Yordenis Ugas won't get this opportunity again. So, while I am disappointed about the fallout of Manny Pacquiao versus Errol Spence, I gotta celebrate Yordenis Ugas. Yordenis Ugas, congratulations on getting the fight that you've always wanted. I know sometime back, Yordenis Ugas, had said that he wanted the Manny Pacquiao fight. This was quite a while ago. And in my mind, I was like, Ugas will never get that fight. Well, here we are. Pacquiao versus Ugas. So Ugas, congratulations. Congratulations on getting the fight that you've dreamed of, on getting the fight that you've wanted. Please go out, make the best of the opportunity. Take full advantage of the moment. So, God willing, I'm still hoping that Manny Pacquiao versus Yordenis Ugas provides many thrills for the fans. I'm hoping that the fight itself surprises a lot of fans, because there are a lot of fans that really aren't giving Ugas too much of a chance in this fight. I do think Ugas is going to be a bit more of a puzzle to solve than what many fans are expecting Ugas to be. I don't have a pick at this current moment for that fight. I'm not saying Ugas will win or lose or that there will be a draw or anything. I'm only saying I think that Ugas will be a little bit trickier than what many fans are expecting of him. But anyhow, these are my thoughts. Hey, Fight Family, please let me know your thoughts. Please like, subscribe, and hey, y'all take it easy. God bless. Peace.